Today, we're talking with Joseph Brumbles, who is the Republican candidate running for Lieutenant Governor. Welcome to the program, Joseph.
Thanks for having me.
Joseph, what are the responsibilities of a Lieutenant Governor, and why do you feel that you are qualified for the job?
So Lieutenant Governor is a very important role. The Lieutenant Governor is the president of the state Senate, so they have the power of the gavel. They also can help to question any unconstitutional or illegal legislation, help to deflect that, shut it down. So as Lieutenant Governor, I would definitely do that. Lieutenant Governor also serves on and also helps to lead many important committees for the state. And the Lieutenant Governor fills in for the governor when they're gone and can also become governor one day themselves. So it's a very important role. Definitely want the right person in that position. As far as why I'm qualified, I am a single father. I have two little girls. I had to go through the family court system. I know how corrupt our state government is and how infiltrated it is. I am fighting, standing up for a united Washington and fighting for everyone. And I've been a business leader for well over 14 years, most recently managing a business with 91 employees and over $38 million per year in revenue. So I think that I would not only go to Olympia and hit home runs as our next lieutenant governor, but I also help to kick down doors and help to take accountability back to Olympia, which is what we greatly need right now.
Two really important questions for any candidate to answer is their position on abortion and on gun rights. Can you share your stand on both those issues?
Most definitely. So when it comes to abortion, a lot of people don't know, but statistically speaking, roughly around 84% or so of people who have abortions are between the ages of 15 and 24 years old. The average human mind, the part that recognizes consequence, doesn't usually fully develop until right around the age of 25. Statistics kind of coincide very well with people just not really knowing what they're doing. Per se. So my whole strategy there would be to educate folks and let them know that when it comes to abortion, there are the options, especially these younger folks between 15 and 24 years old in age. And I think if we educate folks and let them know that there are other options and that they will probably feel a certain way about it one day when they do have children, they do decide to have children, there are consequences involved. And what those are, if we do that in a nice way, I think that we can help to eliminate a lot of these abortions. As far as our Second Amendment, when it comes to our Bill of Rights, Amendments 1 through 10, I'm an oath keeper, I'm a constitutional conservative. So when it comes to our Bill of Rights, Amendments 1 through 10, I will not budge. And that includes our Second Amendment right. There is nothing common sense about giving up our rights. And Amendments 1 through 10, our Bill of Rights, they're not there to give us our rights. They're there to tell the government what they cannot do. So why would we want to give the government more power willingly? It doesn't make any sense.
I want to read something from your webpage. It says that you're the Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, and Independent candidate, but you're running as a Republican. Can you share what that statement's all about?
Yeah, so what that means is I'm truly standing for a united Washington. I believe a good representative can represent all folks regardless of partisanship. So I am a constitutional conservative. However, I truly aim to represent everyone, regardless of Democrat, Republican, Independent, or Libertarian. I aim to represent you. I will stand up and I will fight for us. Our state government has been, and our parties within our state have been infiltrated, unfortunately, with folks who are not what they claim to be. So I will go into office. I will help to expose and replace these folks. It's time to take accountability back to Olympia. I truly aim to be everyone's representative. I am the only one in this race who can beat Denny Heck in the general election. So we are also polling the highest, but it's very important that we win the primaries and that folks vote in the primaries because, I'm the only candidate that I honestly believe can beat Denny Heck in the general election. We need to win the office of Lieutenant Governor. It's very important. That's what it means by United Washington. I truly aim to be everyone's representative, regardless of partisanship.
So I want to switch to some statewide issues related to our budget. Former Speaker of the House, Frank Chop, who is a Democrat from Seattle, would like to raise our taxes by $2 billion, which is just infuriating to me, and I'm sure it is to viewers out there, especially in light of the fact that Washington State's Security Department has lost nearly $1 billion to Nigerian scammers. Can you share what perspective you have on that particular issue and what you could do as a lieutenant governor to stop our taxes from being raised?
I believe in smaller government, not bigger government. I think government is a huge entity of waste and inefficiency. I believe that, to have a higher quality of life and to enjoy our liberties, we need to shrink our government into a controllable size. So that being said, I do not agree with more taxes. I think there's a lot of waste that we can address, a lot of opportunity there where we can cut waste and we can help to reduce the inefficiencies of our state government. And as lieutenant governor, I would definitely focus on that. The things I could do is I could be the decider of a specific bill. I can question constitutionality of any legislation, and I can help to create awareness, among other things. So also, maybe serve on a committee regarding the topic. So yeah, there's a lot of things I could do as lieutenant governor, and we definitely need to take our state back. And part of that means we need to raise our quality of life, lower our taxes, and cut the overall waste within our state government.
Seattle law enforcement recently returned to the East Precinct that they had abandoned. Do you have any comments about Mayor Durkin and the governor's actions regarding the Seattle Capitol Hill occupation protests, infamously known as CHOP?
So I do. I think that, I truly believe in our First Amendment right to free speech and to peacefully assemble. However, when it turns into lawlessness, when it turns into looting and vandalism and, crime, I believe that's when we need to take our as CHOP was, that whole area was, that's when we need to take it, control the situation. We need to send the police in there. Those folks need to disperse. We cannot let lawlessness go on. We cannot let the citizens of that area be put into danger. We cannot let the businesses be attacked and destroyed and so on and so forth. So, I don't agree. I do agree with them going in and getting it all broken up, taking our city back per se, but I do not agree with how long it took. I think they should have been much more effective. It should have been a much higher priority to get that done in a lot sooner.
Many Washingtonians, including myself, have been really concerned about the governor's seemingly endless authoritarian powers during the COVID-19 crisis. Do you have any comments or thoughts about the governor's restrictions and the different actions that he's taken the last few weeks?
Yeah, so completely unconstitutional. Most of the things that the governor's done, this executive order and all the extensions to lock down our state, quote unquote, they were illegal. They were unconstitutional. So therefore they were illegal. Our U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land. He broke his oath of office because he swore to support and defend the U.S. and state constitutions, and he did not do that. I disagree with it wholeheartedly, what he did. That being said, as lieutenant governor, the bill that was passed that let him lock down our state by executive order, that was passed during the last legislative session, and that was an unconstitutional bill. If I were lieutenant governor back then, I could have helped to shut that bill down and make sure that he would have never been able to lock our state down by executive order. So what he would have had to do is he would have had to go through our state house and our state senate in order to lock our state down. So that's exactly why we need someone like myself in this role as lieutenant governor, so that we can control and help to shut down any unconstitutional legislation, as well as if Inslee does win re-election, we could put a leash on him as well. So we definitely need that great safety net, if you will.
Joseph, if people out there want to learn more about you, how can they go about doing that? And if they wanted to get involved in your campaign, how could they do that?
So yeah, they can go to josephbrumbles.com, or it's like Rumbles, the B at the beginning. So josephbrumbles.com. You can check out the whole platform on the web, or most of the platform I say on the website. They can reach out to me on Facebook or other social media. I'm very active on Facebook. They could also call me. My phone number is on the website, and I'm very open to contact, and I'm very approachable. So I love any kind of questions or interactions with the good people of Washington, and I'm always available for whatever they may have to ask or need.
Thank you for the interview today, Joseph.
Thank you. I appreciate it.